Hey guys, and welcome. Raven here. Gonna bring you a short tutorial looking at the Filmora Video Editor. Currently, I think it's been going around that Filmora is a free download. It is a free download. However, if you go to their website, filmora.wondershare.com, it is a try it free. This is a software that you have to purchase. It is not expensive. I bought mine about a year ago. I want to say I spent like $60 for a lifetime um, version of it with all the free updates. So it's definitely worth, I would say it's definitely worth purchasing. So don't let the fact that it's not free throw you off. It's fairly cheap, and if you don't ever have to buy it again or continually, upgrade it yearly, which you do have that option for a little bit cheaper. But I would go with the yearly subscription. Now, whenever you get it and you bring it up, you have your little icon. I always go into full feature mode. Whenever you pull it up, this is kind of what it looks like. And one of the first things I always do is I always pull this down. Just, if you see this little scissors there, I don't want that in the middle of any of my gray boxes. Alright, so let's give it a once over. So this is kind of what it looks like. You have your media, you have your different albums here where you can import media. If you have an empty one, you're going to see here we can click, select your video, and it ports it right in. It does come with free, royalty-free music for you to download. And if you see the little arrow, that means you can download it. It shouldn't pop up any of the copyright issues with YouTube if you're doing monetization. You have a lot of text and credit options. I will say this, I did purchase some of the packs from Filmora. So just kind of going on that, if you purchase Filmora and you are not huge into editing, or you don't know anything about editing or how to create your own custom issues, they do sell packs that you can purchase. Like I have the sci-fi set, the title pack, the dreamy theme set, neo theme set. My favorite is the entertainment opener set, which is kind of what you see over here. And these make it really easy to just kind of drag and drop. You have a nice little opener already, and you're not spending all that time learning how to do something that maybe you really don't want to learn how to do. You just kind of want to edit your videos and go. This is a nice option. I like having all of these different things to choose from and picking the one that best fits my video. You have tons of transition options. The ones I use the most are the fade and the dissolve. I'm super simple. I don't need the 3D whirl around or anything like that. I wonder if it'll let me. I'm not that. I'm a very simple girl. I don't need all that. I don't need anything super fancy. And as you can see, you can kind of click and see what it looks like. Yeah, I'm basic. I'm your basic bitch, and fading makes me super happy. I'm very happy with that. I don't need anything else. You also have your filters, so it's one of those, like, if you can just add these, it's a simple drag and drop to add that. If you're doing an action or anything like that, easy to add. But again, if you want to test it out, you can easily click, hit the play button, and kind of see some of those. You also have your overlays. If you're, for your videos, if you want to create some custom content that I've already got downloaded. And that just adds that into your video, and you're able to drag and drop that down into your video, into your editing as well. So, I mean, you've got all of these options. You also have your elements, so you have your hearts, your love, floating hearts, anything you want to add into a video, to add to it, and just some little extra creative things. You can also do split screen if you have two videos that you want to mold together or run at the same time. Because I do widescreen, this isn't a great option for me because I do have to record with an overlay or do the cinematic black bars, which is not a huge fan of. I'm not a fan of that, so that's why I do the overlay. So it doesn't look really good when I try to do the split screen. So I just kind of stay away from that. And then you have your export button to export your video into your preferred file format. So let's just kind of take a look at how to edit a video. So again, it's a simple drag and drop. If you're going to do a picture-in-picture, you would drag another video down here to the second video line and then resize. And do it that way. So, and you can resize it however you want, put it wherever you want, and then if you double click, this is where you can kind of change the shapes and things like that. Go into advanced, and it just gives you a lot more options. And double clicking applies that. But we are not going to do a P. So here's our video, and as you can see, it's already kind of loaded. And I always like to do this just to extend it out so I can see a little bit more of the seconds. And I always try to shave off the beginning up to a few seconds before I speak. So let's find that point. Apparently this one I started recording very early. I try not to do that. Hey guys, there it is. Alright. So let's go back a little before. Alright, there. You can hit either this scissors or you can go up here to this one. Either way, as long as you have this highlighted, click that, it's going to cut, and simply select the portion you want to delete, and you can hit the delete button on your keyboard. Boom. Done. Alright, so I like to add an intro, so let's go to the text and credit. And probably one thing I should do is have everything running through my headset, so that way you guys don't hear it also on my mic. That would probably be ideal, right? Alright, so let's see, which I always go through my expansion because I really like these. Well worth, I think, the $19 I paid for it. It's the one I like to use. I want expansion and I want entertainment. Alright. And I like this one. So, drag and drop down there to the beginning of our video. Double click down here and now edit the text. So we want this to say trimmed on. And let's go ahead and up this to like 30. Oops, not that big. Like my name, but not that much. Go. Enter that. Hit OK. And now we can kind of see what it looks like. Now, because it does that abrupt switch over, we probably want to add a transition. And again, I'm a very basic person, so I like to use fade or dissolve. So we just drag and drop that down there. And
hey guys,
oof.
and welcome back.
Now, one of the things you may notice is that this view, when you're using it, is degraded quality from what you actually recorded. Don't let that upset you. Don't let that worry you. It's just part of the editing. I'm not really sure why it does it, but I would assume that if it had a 1080 actual quality video here, trying to edit it would just be much more of a system hog than what the program was meant to be. And that's one of the things that I like about Filmora is the fact that it is not a system hog. It is not a core hog. I can listen to my Spotify, listen to YouTube, listen to a Twitch stream while I'm editing, and my computer does not suffer. So that's a big bonus to this, is that because it is a simple editor, it's not hard on a system. So we have our intro. Now, another thing that I like to do, that maybe other people like to do, is if you have an overlay, especially if you're doing ultra wide and you have all of this negative space here, is I try to capitalize on that. So if I see that I've made a mistake or I've completely overlooked something, you know, I do like my shinies in this game, and if I completely overlook or forget that to loot something, I'll try to point it out in here by doing the lower thirds, which is my favorite. And it's a simple, just like everything else, drag and drop, double click, move it to wherever you want it to go, and then just change your text here and hit OK. It is literally that simple. But we're not going to keep that there. Another thing that I like to do, because we did an intro that doesn't have music, is we can actually add music. So let's go. I believe this is the one that I enjoy using. And if you're not sure what it sounds like, you can just click it. So that's what I like to use for my intro, which I think I forgot in one of my videos and didn't catch that till after I loaded it to YouTube. Oh well. We're not going to forget that today. So you, again, drag and drop. It's going to take you back to the beginning, and we can play to where we want it to cut off. So we want it to cut off about right there. And make sure you click this, because if you don't have anything selected and you hit the scissors on either one of them, it's going to cut everything that's here. So you want to select what you want to actually clip. You want to delete that part. And we want this to fade out a little bit. So let's fade it out. Just pick something. And if you want to change the volume or mess with the volumes on the entire thing, you can come over here and you see this audio mixer. And we can raise the volume of our video while lowering volume of our music. And if you record where your audio and your video are separate, as you can see, I do not. You're gonna probably have a little bit harder of a time, and you're gonna have to pay a little bit more attention to what you're clipping. So, you know, it might be one of those where you edit your video through first and then add in all your extras so your audio and your video doesn't get out of sync. Hit OK. And we can play it through again.
Hey guys, and
Boom. Now, if you do have a video and you have an MP4 and you do want to separate your audio from your video, you can right click and hit audio detach, and that will actually detach that audio from there. So you do have that option. If you record, just know that you can't, all the audio is once. You can't detach the game music versus your mic music unless you already recorded and saved it that way. But if you want to detach your audio, you can. And so this is pretty much the basics. Whenever you get ready to export and you're done with your video, after you've added all your cool stuff, you just simply hit the export button, name your video. I would highly suggest not putting any symbols or anything like that behind it. Stick to letters and numbers. Select where you want it to go through. I have all my videos saved to an external drive, and then select your resolution, and it'll tell you the size. So if you want to save it in a much higher resolution or a lower resolution, just select from the drop down menu and just hit OK. Hit the export and you're good to go. And if you notice, you have all of these options to save it as. You don't have to save it as an MP4, but all of these options. You do have the options of sending it directly to YouTube. You can set your title, do all your tags, and all of that directly from here if you want to. I choose not to, probably because I'm a little bit of a control freak, and I would rather it be exported to my external drive for me to review the quality afterwards, make sure that, nothing happened, and then I upload to YouTube on my own. I hope everybody who watches this got a little something out of it, makes you a little bit less nervous about editing your videos in the future, and hope you guys really enjoy Filmora. I know I do, and can't find enough good things to say about this. So you guys have a great day, go edit those videos, and hope to catch you next time. Bye!